This week in the world of news from books, beards, and brews. All right. As always, I am Bob of Tales by Bob.
I'm the Ask the Podcast, Derek. This bitch.
I am creative consultant Tanya. I was thinking in my head. I was thinking about like on How I Met Your Mother.
Anything that's not
the
fucking podcast.
No, I was thinking about like on How I Met Your Mother, where Neil Patrick Harris. Is that his name?
Yes,
that's his name. He's like legendary,
and
then wait for it. That's what I was thinking, but I didn't kind of preface it with
but you
anything.
didn't
It was just
start
kind
it?
of dead air. So that's why
you never actually said the wait for it part.
God.
Well, I mean, the fact that I'm legendary kind of goes without saying. So,
So
very much without saying because inaccurate.
Yeah.
Yikesies.
all right. So got us a review.
Oh.
Our buddy Dan.
From the
Georges,
iTunes?
From the Georges. Yeah, from the iTunes.
Okay.
Here's his review. It's titled Banter, Southern Style.
Yay.
Books, beards, and booze combine three of my favorite things on our lovely spinning rock. Who doesn't love sinking into a warm tub of a dispersed bath bomb, paperback, and wine glass in hand? And who loves beards? Everyone. Just ask all the women I dated in my 20s. Apparently keeping a beard was nigh a priority. As for the booze, look around you. Need I say more? So as this horrible timeline slowly dissipates into the void, sit back and take a listen to these three maestros of musings and random geekery chatter endlessly about your favorite genre of hobby with a few odds and bits tossed in for extra flavor. 5 out of 5 stars, would totally eat here again, and the service was fantastic.
Well, you guys definitely are odds and bits, so that makes sense.
I'm odds.
I'm
he's
the bits. Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as we're aware of like.
So
Yeah, no, 100%, odds and bits.
We were talking about we were just talking, just shooting the shit beforehand, and we decided that the new byline for the show should be get you some of these pleasing faps.
Just no context.
No
That's
context.
it. Just
No context.
enjoy the pleasing faps.
Enjoy the pleasing faps.
God, I feel like that should be on a poster or something at like a whorehouse.
enjoy
whorehouse?
our
A whorehouse. Or a strip club, actually. Because a whorehouse, you don't have to do the faps. But
Yeah.
a strip
good
club,
point.
you
That's a
should
good
be
point.
doing the faps on your own.
You were a good whore. Two other quick little bits of news, personal news. There's a local author showcase at the main Dothan Library on the 27th from 11 to 3. I'll be there.
That's of July.
Of July, yeah.
2019.
Yes, I will be there, set up.
What if someone from the future listens to this and they go, oh, wait, this 27th or whatever day you just said?
And then they show up at the Dothan Library, and they're
you
just...
need to give them, like,
Yeah.
the
And
last date.
All that's really there now is a plaque to the greatness that happened that day instead of actually getting to experience
yeah.
it. Yeah.
So come check me
Here's
out.
where
I'll
the
be
Bob
there.
bits were.
No, you mean
No,
the
the Bob
odds?
odds.
Oh, Bob
the Bob
odds.
odds.
The Boddities.
Yikes.
Other little thing, me and Tanya are still working on this childhood literacy program thing that we're doing.
Yeah.
It's called Cutting Class, where we pair books with salons.
I had a wonderful name for it, Derek.
What was it?
It was the Litter Harry Club. Litter Harry.
Yeah.
No,
it was not bad.
No.
No, I gotcha.
It was not bad.
Litter Harry.
In fact,
Yeah, I was not mad at it. I was not mad.
I like
at
your
it.
cutting class, though. I think
Yeah.
that's better, but Litter Harry.
Yeah, no, that
That's
was
a pun, y'all.
Yeah, I
great.
thought it. So here's the thing. So both of them kind of
you need Jesus.
They both invoke weird things. Like when I hear
Yeah.
Litter Harry, I thought of. I don't know why every time
It's
I hear that.
Litter Harry?
Well, no, I think like shirtless uncles with like hairy chests. I don't
So you think of
I don't know.
Yourself?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
With
Yeah,
nieces
that
and
was-
nephews
Well,
with no
Well,
name?
well, see,
I
that's
forgot.
weird though, because if he thought of himself, that's usually his favorite thing.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Well, I'm also not. I'm hairy, but
Yeah,
I'm
I
not.
know.
I'm not Litter Harry. Like how I
You don't-
envisioned it in my head.
You don't have like
then,
you don't
like-
take off your shirt and you have like a sweater on under
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
But then like Cutting Class is like it's kind of has some overtones of emo-ness to it, you know.
Well, I was also thinking, like, children.
Shouldn't
Stop
skip
cutting class.
Yeah, that was my thing.
Yeah. Well, I thought
Then you won't
I
have
thought
to
that-
do supplemental
I
reading.
thought that was a clever pun. Like that was a layer to the
It's
pun.
cutting edge.
Oh. anyway, so yeah,
Yikes.
we're collecting books for kids books. So obviously, most of y'all are not around, but if
The
we
mailbox works.
well, yeah, you can mail us books, but also PayPal. You can PayPal me money, and I will. If you contact me, let me know, like, hey,
This
I'm
is for
paying.
books.
This is for books. I will send you pictures of the receipts to prove to you that it was spent on books.
We're actually going to the thrift store this afternoon to look for books.
because I've got $125 in donations right now that need to be spent on books. So we're gonna go buy the fuck out of some books.
All damn books.
All damn books. All right. So here is the news. The real news.
That's some pretty sweet news
Pretty
here.
sweet news. This headline is, what kind of monster?
Yeah.
Probably
All right.
Tanya.
Yeah.
Herne Bay, a town that's about 60 miles east of London.
B-A-Y or B-A-E Bay?
B-A-Y.
Shut
I
it.
was like, Herne Bay.
Herne Bay. Oh, that's canon now. Their name just got changed.
Heart eye emojis. Herne Bay.
Herne Bay. So it has fallen.
Stop looking at me like that, Derek.
It has fallen prey to a new kind of ripper. According to The Guardian, a criminal known as the Book Ripper has torn pages within about 100 books in a charity bookstore before putting them back on the shelves.
What an asshole.
What?
So here's a quote from
Oh.
Ryan Campbell, the chief executive of the charity shop. It's like, I'm trying not to be too Sherlock Holmes about it, but if there's such a thing as a quite distinctive rip, well, he or she rips the page in half horizontally and sometimes removes half the page.
Look, let's be real here. The only that's an okay statement. The only acceptable statement is like
We've caught them and burned
no,
them.
like Clint Eastwood in Unforgiven. Like
What quote?
no, just like when he comes in,
Oh.
he's just like, I'm gonna kill
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
everything. Like
Yeah.
that's
So the local library has also reported the same pattern of damage.
What the heck?
So police are on the prowl.
They're about to catch these hands. Where are we going?
You're the scum
Herne
of the
Bay.
earth.
Herne Bay.
We're about to go not be bays anymore.
But
I think I want to spend your $120-something, and we're going to take a trip, and
Well,
somebody's going to catch these hands.
I don't think $125 is going to get us to London.
Well, you heard him.
My good looks and your charm.
Oh my. That's
Y'all are fucked.
That's cold. We couldn't get an Uber to the end of the street with that. Wow.
I could whip a titty out and get to the end of the road.
Well, if I was more referencing my charm.
Oh yeah.
The charm could maybe get me to Larry's house next door. Maybe. And
He probably shut the door in your face.
Yeah. Oof. God. All right.
What kind of a horrible person does
Yeah,
that?
I saw a picture of it. Yeah, they just they
Some-
grab like a handful of pages and
That
just
is some
like, rip
chaotic
them.
evil
Whoa, whoa,
bullshit.
whoa, 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 whoa!
horizontally.
A whole like more than one page.
Yeah,
Like
it'll be
not like one like.
And here's the thing, like, so it's fucky because they don't always tear the pages out. Sometimes they just rip the book, so you can still read it. But can you imagine how annoying that would be to flip a page? You'd have to hold the top and bottom to turn the page because it's ripped in half.
I know who did this.
Satan.
Somebody who's trying to push ebook sales.
Dun, dun, dun.
Could be.
Because they're like, yeah, you got to worry about that if you got you this fancy e-reader.
Yeah.
You can tell I'm with it that I just used the term e-reader.
I hate this.
So.
This makes me incredibly uncomfortable.
Oh God! Can you just imagine you
No,
find
that's just you sitting next to Bob.
fair.
Yeah.
But could you imagine, like, you've been looking for this book for a while, you finally find it in a thrift store, and you take it home, and you get halfway through, and half of 5 pages in a row are missing.
Yeah, that was.
I would die.
Livid.
I would die.
And then what do? Take it back to the store and be like, hi, I
a
know I've
thrift
read
store.
half of
It's
this.
a
However,
and it's a charity. It's a charity.
you can't
store.
take it back to the thrift store. They
Yeah.
don't take go backs.
No.
You just out your money.
You
Yeah.
know what you do? You just put that shit on Twitter and
Let some
cry.
internet justice happen.
Yeah.
Someone will find this fucking.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's like we don't want to invoke certain names, but they
Yeah.
will be found.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I hope that person gets drug in the streets. This makes me
Irrationally angry.
irrationally angry. Peel the skin off their bodies.
Some
This is awful.
some fucking person rolled up into some cheap ass bookstore. They're like, I'm gonna no, not the bad
Derek,
person, the good person.
library.
No. Oh, well, see, that's
They
they
did
do the
this
library,
at the
too.
library.
Well, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about like somebody that ain't got that money, or they got like all they can afford is a library card. They went in there and they're like, man, I'm gonna improve my day. I'm gonna learn to be more empathetic, which is what happens when you read books.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna read this book, and they start reading it, and they're into it, and then they get to that fucking bullshit.
This
is what they
jackwagon
did. This is what they
motherfucker.
This is
did.
going to start a serial killer. There's going to
Me.
be...
Yeah,
Me.
like
I'm the serial killer.
We're sitting right
Like,
here.
I will paper cut you to death.
you poetic justice.
I will take the limes out of my cherry limeade and squeeze them into
See,
your
that's-
paper cutted body.
That's what they're there for, Tanya.
That is
That's what
savage.
they're there for.
That is a level of savagery.
Let's move on.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm still
So-
kind of digging this.
I'm gonna be on that forever, but let's just keep on.
All right, so I'm on Google. I'm looking up beard news,
Wow,
right?
old K.
And so I just put
I'm
on...
on the Googles.
I'm on the Googles.
The Googles.
And I put in, beard news, and I'm scrolling, and the last thing on the page said, "Ask Bob, is it time to shave the beard?"
No.
Like
No.
that was the headline. It was, so I clicked on it, and it's a sports writer who has a program called, like, you can write in questions every week. It's called Ask Bob. And someone wrote in and asked, the question was, is it time to shave the beard? Referring to Lovey, he was the head coach for the Bears.
Lovey Smith?
Lovey Smith. He's now the head coach
Bears.
for Illinois.
Really?
Yeah. He has been for like the past 4 years.
Oh, I thought he went somewhere. Okay.
All right, so this guy took the Bears to the Super Bowl. He's now rocking a 9-27 record with Illinois. And this guy wrote in, is like, man, I think Lovey needs to shave his beard because it's hurting our recruiting.
What?
Spoiler alert. The beard ain't hurting your recruiting.
The
9
and
and
20
27 is hurting your
Yeah.
recruiting. And the
Yeah.
fact that you're Illinois.
Hey, what are you talking? Oh, wait, no, that was Northern Illinois. Never mind.
Yeah. So this guy is just Illinois, and
He's real ill about it.
yeah.
Speaking of ill, that motherfucker tore those pages out of those fucking books.
I can't.
This
I
is some
can't.
bullshit.
If I talk about it more on the podcast, when that body is inevitably found, people are going to go, Jesus Christ, it was Tanya. It's not going to be
That's-
me, but
which
I'm
is
not
hilarious.
saying that my passport
Tanya,
is expired.
Tanya,
It's not
Tanya,
expired.
Tanya. Let's be real here. You'll just let the body be eaten by your cats.
Yep.
Yeah.
No one will ever find the body, so it'll be an issue.
I've read some Neil Gaiman. I feel like I 100% know how to navigate London and the whole London tunnel system. I'm going to get this person.
Watch out. Watch out,
Paper
Book
Ripper.
Book Ripper. So this one
Jesus.
this is just super what the fuck. Like,
Because the
I can't
first
handle
one
any more
wasn't.
what the
no,
fucks, man.
no, this is a different kind of what the fuck.
Okay.
When police in Guthrie stopped a car that had an expired tag, they discovered that the car
was filled with chicken.
was stolen and contained a litany of strange items. Among them, an open bottle.
Oh.
Sorry, an
Oh,
open.
that's less exciting. Okay,
no,
keep going.
oh no, we're getting there. An open bottle of Kentucky Deluxe whiskey.
Yeah.
Okay.
A pet timber rattlesnake.
Oh my.
A gun. And a canister of radioactive powdered uranium.
This is early Kyler's truck. Keep
Yeah.
going.
Stephen Jennings was charged with possession of a stolen vehicle, transporting an open container of liquor, operating a vehicle with a suspended license,
Of course.
and failure to carry security verification form. Rachel Rivera was charged with being a felon in possession of a firearm. Guthrie Police Sergeant Anthony Gibbs said they didn't arrest Jennings for charges related to the rattlesnake because it's rattlesnake hunting season in the state, and he had a valid lifetime hunting and fishing license. Neither were slapped with any charges for the uranium, and police are still trying to figure out why the duo had the material.
They probably thought it was meth.
Gibbs said, when that happens, of course, we call in a company that deals with that specifically, and it's taken safely into possession. The uranium is the wild card in that situation.
Like, I just want to be like, so of the things here's my thing, right? Like, the only part of that that's really weird, why wouldn't you just put the top back on the whiskey.
Yeah, no, that was a thought. Like that was
Like
a thought.
everything else makes perfect. Like
the
Bob,
cop,
come on.
the cop is coming. Put the top on the whiskey.
No, but Bob, like right here, it makes like look right here. Focus. Okay, rattlesnake makes perfect sense. Who doesn't need a rattlesnake?
You know,
Gun makes perfect sense. Who doesn't need a gun?
in case the rattlesnake becomes your wild card.
Yeah, woo! And then like uranium. I mean, what you always there's always uses for uranium.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you
Keep the
have
car
it?
keep the car lit.
Yeah. So I mean, like, that's just one of many uses.
Yeah.
Which will probably have something to do with Ryanco at some point.
Probably. This is probably this is probably a Ryanco test scientist or something on vacation.
But he's wild.
He's wild.
But no, yeah, like that's the only thing I don't understand is the whiskey. Like,
Yeah.
why would you
But here's the other
potentially
thing.
risk?
I really want to get some Kentucky Deluxe now. Like, is Kentucky Deluxe going to lead to me having a night like this?
Yup.
I get caught with an expired tag and a fucking like a possum, fucking
Bob,
claymore, and fucking 8 grams of pure Bolivian Coke. You know, it's like, where does this night go?
Jail.
Jail, yes.
No, it doesn't because he puts the top on that
Yeah,
fucking.
I put the top back on the Kentucky Gentleman.
Oh my god.
Oof.
All right. So yeah. So this headline is decant, boss, decant.
Like deplaying.
Deplay.
Yeah. But all right, so the travel decanter is pretty much what it sounds like. It's a way to transport booze without bringing along the whole bottle.
So it's a fancy flask.
Kind of, yeah. It's a hand-blown glass decanter that holds 500 milliliters of whatever the fuck you put in it.
Right.
It's protected by a double-walled stainless steel case that separates into 2 tumblers.
Mhm.
Plus, the mouth is wide enough for ice, and so it's getting kickstarted. As of this article, which I found on Wednesday, it had 11 days left to go in its campaign, and they were asking for $24,000. They've already raised $230,000. You can still grab one. They are $44 each.
It's really not bad.
Is it airplane friendly?
I'm sure it would be.
Well, I mean,
Well,
they have a
no.
limit of liquids.
Yeah.
Well, just don't put liquid in it.
I don't understand.
Then what's the point?
Oh, well, that is a valid point.
I mean,
Oh my word.
Probably not. No, 500 milliliters. That's
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
But I do like. I
Those
saw a
500
picture of it.
ounces,
It
you can only
definitely
have 2
opens into
ounces.
2 tumblers, like so you could.
Yeah, that's cool. I like
Yeah.
that. But
But here's the,
500 milliliters? That's not really small and travel sized.
well, no, it's not. Well,
it's
is though.
smaller than a full bottle of whiskey.
It's you know that liter glass bottle I carry around. It's half of that because it's 500 milliliters. That's 1 liter.
That's half a liter of liquor.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's half that water bottle. So. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty good.
Okay.
All right. This one's called "Some People Have All the Luck." So
Yeah, some people have rattlesnakes and,
Yeah, and-
whiskey and guns and
and
uranium.
then other people buy books that are ripped in half.
Oh, God.
They didn't have the
someone's
good
gonna
part of the
die.
luck.
So Sam's Club is now offering same-day delivery of alcohol to people 21 and over who need a drink at their house but don't want to leave.
Not in Alabama, they don't.
Well, yeah, not in Alabama. So it's offering the service in select cities nationwide, including Cleveland.
Wait, Sam's?
Sam's.
Like the
Sam's Club?
wholesale warehouse?
Mm-hmm. Yep. The subsidiary of Walmart. Yep. So yeah, it's through Instacart, which means you don't have to have a Sam's Club membership. You go to Instacart, order it, and then someone goes to Sam's Club, picks it up, brings it. So that's cool. Little workaround there. I would love it if Costco in Montgomery would start doing that. That would be great because I have heard that the Costco store brand stuff is real
Actually
good.
good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
heard that too.
I've had the Scotch a couple times, but I'm just not a Scotch guy.
Yeah.
And I've always heard, and I don't know how true this is, that their vodka is actually Grey Goose. That they made a deal with the people who make Grey Goose, and before it gets bottled as Grey Goose, they get some of the liquor.
Right. I've heard that too. I don't know if it's accurate.
Yeah,
but-
I don't know.
Could we really tell?
I
I
guess.
mean, it's just vodka.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's vodka.
Yeah,
Open up vodka, open up fingernail polish remover. They are same.
more or less. Yeah. Yeah, unless it's the flavored vodka, then it smells like flavored nail polish.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what you use the uranium for, right?
Right, yeah, you
to
sprinkle that
flavor
in.
yeah.
So this one's called Smart Man. Andrew Kashner, who will make his Red Sox debut Tuesday against the Blue Jays at Fenway Park, hasn't shaved since the end of the 2016 season.
Wow.
Which it says he's also known for having a mullet. That's his trademark,
Nice.
beard and a mullet. So he's the right-handed starting pitcher's distinct look began in 2012 after the Cubs traded him to the Padres. But he was forced to shave in July of 2016 when San Diego traded him to the Marlins because the Marlins had a no facial hair policy because the Marlins suck.
Yep.
So Kashner put a beard clause in his contract when he signed with the Orioles before the 2018 season. Quote, I had a beard in my contract. That was the only way I would sign with Baltimore. They used to have a no facial hair policy. When I went there, they had a no facial hair policy. So he refused this big money contract unless he could keep his fucking beard. And they were like, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, and so the Red Sox, they don't have any sort of beard policy. They give no fucks.
Can we win?
Oh, yeah, are we
I would
winning?
like to win.
Then we're cool. So, yeah, that
Nice.
So we're like, no. The team that doesn't allow facial hair is the Yankees, and we hate the Yankees.
Right. They
have
said that,
double the beard.
They
please.
said that in this article. They're like, so he'll never be playing for the Yankees.
Which really just made him more attractive to the Red Sox.
Right. So, all right. So my last bit of news, I didn't write this down because I read the article last night. So Bullet, the whiskey.
Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't know. I've had it. Didn't know shit about it. So it's kind of sketch. So Bullet, the guy Tom Bullet is the guy who started it, and then Seagram's had this idea like we want to do this we want to do a Western style whiskey and call it something like Bullet, and they heard about him, and so they came in, made him an offer he couldn't refuse, basically bought the company. Like you can still be the head of it, but we want y'all because we need this for our portfolio.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Well, then Seagram's went tits up, and Diego came in and Diageo came in and bought it. All right. Well,
I like how I just kind of went along with that. I think that's how I pronounce it, but I could be just making
that makes
it up.
a lot more sense. All right. So here's the thing. So Tom Bullet is the head of Bullet. His daughter is, I forget her. I think her name is Kathy Holman. She basically made Bullet what it is. Yeah. Because when she came onto the company, they were selling like 10,000 cases a year or something like that. She went out west, and Bullet blew up in California. Like she went out there, got Bullet super popular, made Bullet into who they are today, more or less. Well, turns out she's a lesbian. Turns out her dad is wildly homophobic. And so Diego keeps taking his side in like all the contract negotiations and everything, and because her thing was like she would work, like she was always on contract work with Diageo, so like she would sign 6-month contract, 6-month contract, 6-month contract. Well, like once she came out and her dad, like she eventually had to go to Diageo and be like, look, we can't, like, let me work out west, he can stay in the east, let's do that. And then he started meddling with her contract negotiations, and like it got
crazy Game of Thrones shit.
Yeah. So spoiler, she is now bringing suit again because Diageo basically muscled her out because of that. Because I read the article I read, she provided like audio recordings of phone calls and to the reporter and everything, and he was like, Diageo was basically like, we're gonna back Tom because he's the face. He's the face.
Yeah.
But so here's the thing. Their whole origin myth is a lie.
Bullet?
Yeah. So like I'd never heard
You
it.
mean whoa, so you mean the story of how they got started has been a myth this whole time?
Yeah.
I've never known another brand to do something like
I'm
that.
shocked,
right.
honestly.
Right.
This whole episode has just floored me.
Well,
Yeah.
so the thing is like the claim is that his great grandfather Augustus Bullitt. This is
It's a hell of a name.
This is his recipe. Bullitt is his recipe. Well, here's the thing. Bullitt is basically Four Roses. It was up until recently made in the Four Roses distillery. Seagram's came in and were like, "Oh, this is what you're making. Well, this isn't very good. So you're going to make this recipe now under the Bullitt name." So Seagram's came in and changed the recipe. But they've been like, "Oh no, this is Augustus Bullitt's recipe and this whole elaborate story and everything."
Yeah.
And but like
Marketing.
Yeah, but like, and Tom is like bought all into it, like to the point where he took
Convinced himself
took his daughter to Augustus's grave. But the thing is, like, Augustus Bullitt actually disappeared. No one knows what happened to him. He went to, like, in 1840, he went to New Orleans and disappeared. And so, like, just it was a fun read. It was
It's just a series of bizarre.
yeah. But like Bullitt, as you see it now, those distinct, like those
Yeah.
apothecary bottles with those distinctive labels, that's all the daughter. The daughter did all that. So yeah. So yeah, it was an interesting read. So I got a new Ranco product.
Was it not a rattlesnake that's been fused with a shotgun?
I
or
bet
a
you
gun
that.
or
I
whatever?
bet you that ends up showing up at some point. I bet you a radioactive rattlesnake gun.
Yeah.
is going to be a future product if I had to guess. If their scientist gets out of jail. So this is the Crib 3000.
Instead of a Gatlin gun, it's a Ratlin gun.
Rattling.
Wow. I see that smug look.
It took
on
me a
face.
second to think about exactly where I was
It's got
going with
uranium
that.
tracer rounds. It's pretty great.
All right. So it's the Crib 3000.
Oh my! I
All
love
right.
how their products are really for improving your family life.
Yeah,
Right,
they
100%.
care about the American family. So this state-of-the-art lead-lined crib is perfect for children up to age 8. Its high walls are topped with a light electric current, perfect for knocking babies' hands off the top. It is also
They'll climb right out otherwise.
Oh yeah. It is also equipped with a dB meter, so should your little bundle of joy start making too much noise, it will emit a soft, soothing knockout gas.
Aw.
The canisters of knockout gas are sold separately, they did note.
Do they come in different flavors or smells?
Didn't say, but I'm sure that's probably a opportunity for growth for them.
Bubblegum. That's the one you go with.
They
Yikes.
also say that in between the lead-lined walls, there's a layer of asbestos to keep it flame retardant. So
Safety first.
safety
honestly.
first, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't have much use for this, but so I gave it to my sister, but she's got a couple kids under 8, but I don't know if she's actually using it or not. So
You realize that at a certain point, just because they're under 8, they don't necessarily use a crib.
I mean, I wouldn't let a kid under 8 have free range. They're just gonna get into shit.
Well, I know that people are probably going to go, "Oh my God, lead walls!" But I mean, really, given our current political climate, would you not want a lead line box to save your
Exactly.
child from maybe
Possible
impending
nukes?
nuclear disaster?
Oh, yeah.
Or radioactive rattlesnakes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Was that story from? Where was that story from? Was it Florida? It seems like it
no,
should be
I
from
think it was
Florida.
Kentucky.
I was gonna make a joke about that earlier. That it
I
was
think it
sounded
was-
like a Florida man.
I think it was Kentucky.
Well, when we storm Area 51, that's where we're going to find out where they make all the Florida mans.
So went on a bar crawl the other night. I started at Irish Bread Pub, and then it was we were sitting there talking about we want to start booking some shows at a new place, but we're trying to settle on what new place to book these shows.
Right.
And in the process is like, well, there's some bars in Montgomery none of us have ever some of us have never been to, or we haven't been to
Recently, or
in years. So let's go check them out. And so we went to Papa T's next. That place is real into darts. I mean,
I've been there.
real into darts.
Oh yeah, I went and played
yeah.
darts there before.
Okay. Real into it. So then we went to the Zip. We walked into the Zip and turned around and immediately walked back out.
Well, you just zip right on out of there, didn't you?
It's now the Zip Line.
Yeah.
Is the name. But it
Zip,
was
not
it was
your
the Johnny Zip.
not
line.
your go-to, Bob.
No. Zip. So then we went to Poor Stars,
Yeah.
which was they were doing.
I like their stage. I
Yeah.
don't like that there's not an outside place and it's smoking inside, so it burned my eyes and I couldn't breathe.
Well, when
But
we
I
showed
like
up,
the staff. I like the stage. I like the place.
yeah. Well, when we went there, it was like 50 to 60-year-old
Yes,
people
all of
doing
them.
country karaoke.
Well, that's
That
your
sounds great.
entire crowd.
yeah,
That sounds fun.
It was so you know how
I
normally,
really enjoyed my night when I went, but
Yeah.
it's 100% not my
scene.
crowd.
Yeah. So you know how normally when people do karaoke, there's always at least one or two people that are like really fucking good.
Oh yeah.
Not this crowd. They were all equally. They were all very enthusiastic.
Yeah.
I'll give them that. They were very enthusiastic. But then we wound up at Crew. Because like we were done checking out the new place, like
let's go home.
Cameron was over at Crew. He's like, oh, come over. So me and
You got the crew together?
hell. Well, so while we're there, I just kind of like look over at one point, and Damon, and I don't know what side of the argument he was taking, but he was in a almost violently heated argument with someone about that Area 51 bullshit.
I love it.
I don't know if he was like, the aliens are in there. I don't know if he was arguing like it's a bad idea to do this, but the aliens are in there. Because I know his take is probably the aliens are in there because he's a big alien guy.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Oh yeah. But it was like the owner kind of was like, man, they're standing kind of close together and getting kind of loud. I was like, it's fine. They're talking about Area 51. He's like, oh okay, and just walked off.
So the best thing to come out of that is, and I put up a meme about it on Facebook, and someone put up a thing that was like, my favorite thing about this whole Area 51 controversy is that I know that now that somewhere some general is having to be explained what Naruto running means
Yes. So
in a very serious manner.
Oh yeah.
NPR covered it on an article, and the comments were so great, but also so incredibly frustrating. 'Cause you've got a bunch of like boomers going, "Oh my god, these idiots! Military's gonna get them," and I'm just like, Meemaw, please go sit down. All we're doing is fucking everything about life sucks, and so this is what we're doing to laugh about it. Like, we're fat and we're lazy and we're poor and we're not gonna actually run. No one's doing this.
Yeah.
Well, some idiot's gonna believe it. You, bitch, you're the idiot. You're the idiot who believes that we're doing this.
So here's the thing. A lot of people are going, but it's looking like it's turning into a music festival.
That's what people have been saying that they want it to end up being.
Well,
like every year have it be like
a woman who owns like 35 acres out there has cleared it off and set it up for camping.
She's just being a smart entrepreneur.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think there's 5 different bands have said that they are coming there to perform.
I love it.
I don't know how good they are.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, fuck, man. If I was in a small local band and I could get the money up to go there, I would fucking be there to be
Yeah.
one of the bands who played the first Area 51 fest.
Yeah.
And can you just imagine, though, what a shitstorm that will be for the military? Like, every year, there's like alien Coachella, like 10 miles from their base.
Well, they're getting ready to Burning Man. They're not going to be able to have Burning Man anymore.
Really?
Because it's on BLM land, Bureau of Land Management land, and so they're doing a whole bunch of brouhaha where Burning Man is just not going to be a thing anymore. So maybe this is the new Burning Man.
I just like the meme.
Burning Man.
It's going to Burning Man.
Going to burn.
Actually, I don't fucking remember if that's
Lucy, Daughter of the Devil.
But
It's a good show.
my favorite, another good thing about this whole about the whole memes that have been happening was there's one that's like, God, military, I can't believe we have to go through this every year with all these people trying to break into Area 51, and then people, what are you talking about? This is the first time we've ever do this, and it's a picture of them.
Will Smith
with the flashy thingy.
I love it.
It's like, God, we got to do this every year.
Nice.
Okay, serious talk right now, guys. What faction are you in? Like, what are you doing for storming Area 51? What is your role?
I haven't paid attention to this at all.
I am obviously Team Naruto Run. You've seen me run, Bob. I do Naruto run.
So someone in the early days of this drew up a battle plan. It's like we get a bunch of Kyles with monsters and throw them out front.
Yeah.
And then it's the Naruto runners are on the flanks.
Yeah.
And then
look, I ain't running nowhere.
I forget. So I saw a picture where someone had found it was like a Jesus picture of like him like feeding the fishes or whatnot. But it's a huge crowd of people, and then like it was like labeling like, oh, here's the Kyles, here's the Naruto runners, and then in the back there's like some guy with like a bongo, and it's like, and there's always that fucking jack off who's just found some bongos,
You're the
Dib-
bongos.
I call dibs on that. 'cause
The Bob goes?
The Bob goes because I get to just sit.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry.
I just get to sit my ass down.
So I found a meme that it was just like the scene in Return of the King where they're about him and the Ghost Army are about to like
Yeah.
fight
yeah.
everything,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they like, kind of turn around. It's like says something before they run out and fight. It's him like turning around, looking all sad, like for Harambe, and he turns around.
oh my god.
See,
Yes.
that's a
Yeah.
meme fest that we should have had. We should have had a Harambe Dicks Out Fest.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would have gone to Dicks Out Fest for Harambe.
Yeah. In a heartbeat. In a fucking heartbeat. Maybe the government, along with the reanimated JFK, maybe they have a reanimated Harambe. Maybe when they storm Area 51, Harambe
We're not
will
looking for
return to
aliens,
us.
y'all. We're
Look
looking
for
for Harambe.
Hernambe, where they tear
Oh,
books.
I'm gonna kill that guy.
All right, so that's
I bet it's a lady. I don't
Who's
think
that
it's a
lady?
guy.
Wait, what are you
I
talking
think
about?
the paper ripper is a lady.
Why is that?
That seems like some bitch ass shit.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm lightheaded. Oh god!
all right. We've peaked.
I killed somebody.
Oh my god!
We can't.
I need a break.
We
I
can't.
just in
we
this.
can't.
I need a
we
break.
can't top this. All right. God. In the coming week, I hope no one tears your book pages horizontally. And if oh god, is that? Did we just get poltergeisted?
Yes.
Holy shit! Something just fell.
It
What
did.
the fuck is going on?
All right,
Hey.
we're done. All right. May the
Bye.
blessing of the beard be upon you.
Okay, bye. Thanks for listening to this episode of Books, Beards, Booze. Our co-hosts are Bob, Derek, and Tanya. Our producer is Bob. For more information, visit our website, booksbeardsbooze.com. Follow our social media at Tales by Bob. If you enjoyed this podcast, please rate, subscribe, and share. Okay, bye.